Hello everyone and welcome back to the next video in our series on artificial intelligence. We've explored how AI can be a personal tool for productivity and creativity. But its impact goes far deeper, into our health, our education, and our safety. In this video, we're going to see how AI is assisting doctors, personalizing learning for every child, and helping our elders stay independent. And we'll also gently but importantly, remind ourselves of the key privacy and safety best practices we should all follow along the way. Come with me now and we will continue the journey together. Our journey today will take us through 5 key areas. First, how AI can be used as a support mechanism, for example supporting the elderly, enhancing their safety and independence. Next, we'll see how it's revolutionizing education for children. Then, a deep dive into the technology behind chatbots and how to use them safely. Next, we'll take a fascinating look at how AI is assisting doctors in the medical field. Finally, we'll explore how AI empowers creators to produce professional quality content. Imagine an elderly couple who wants to stay in their own home or may need to be housebound for an extended period on time. AI makes this possible in so many ways. Voice assistants like Alexa or Google Home can be their new assistant. With a simple voice command, they can turn off lights, change the thermostat, or even set reminders for medication. It's not just about convenience, it's about control and confidence. And for those with partial sight, a smart doorbell camera with AI is a game changer. The AI can be trained to recognize a known face, a family member, a friend, or a frequent visitor, and announce their name to the resident. Grandson Alex is at the door. It's not just a person, it's a known person, giving them immediate information and security without even having to open the door. While these tools are a blessing, it's always a good practice to be mindful of what information we're sharing. Another example could be to order the weekly groceries for delivery. Amazon Alexa and Alexa Plus. Direct integration with Amazon services. Alexa is developed by Amazon, so it has a deep integration with Amazon's own grocery services, including Amazon Fresh and Whole Foods Market. You can use voice commands to add items to your cart, and the order can be delivered to you. Alexa Plus. Amazon has been rolling out an upgraded, AI-powered version of Alexa called Alexa Plus. This new assistant is more conversational and can handle complex tasks like ordering groceries, tracking past purchases, and making personalized recommendations based on dietary preferences. It's free for Prime members. In addition to its own services, Alexa can also work with partners like Uber Eats and Grubhub for delivery orders. Google Home, Google Assistant. Partner integrations. Google Assistant, which powers Google Home devices, works with various grocery partners. For example, you can link your Walmart or Kroger account to your Google Assistant. Voice ordering. Once your accounts are linked, you can use voice commands to add items to your digital cart. The more you use the feature, the better the assistant gets at identifying the specific products you want based on your past purchases. Checkout process. While you can add items with your voice, you'll typically need to complete the checkout process and schedule the delivery on the retailer's app or website. Quick privacy reminder, always check the security and privacy section in the settings of an AI assistant or tool. Keep your data private and only share what you want to share. Remember, if in doubt, ask AI. AI will help you with AI. For children, AI is a revolution in education. AI-powered learning apps can adapt to a child's pace, offering extra help where they struggle and challenging them where they excel. A math app, for example, can generate an infinite number of problems tailored to a child's current skill level. Safety reminder. As parents, it's crucial to select apps that are age-appropriate and have robust parental controls to ensure a safe learning environment. Beyond schoolwork, AI is a fantastic creative partner. A child can use AI drawing tools to create fantastical creatures with just a few scribbles, or use AI-powered storytelling apps to generate stories they can then illustrate and narrate. AI tools for children's learning are a rapidly growing field, and many highly rated options are available. These tools often focus on making learning fun, personalized, and engaging. They can be broadly categorized by what they do, from helping with core subjects to fostering creativity and teaching AI concepts themselves. Here are some highly rated AI tools for children's learning, for academic subjects and tutoring. Prodigy Math. This game-based platform uses AI algorithms to adjust the difficulty of math problems based on a student's progress, keeping them engaged in a fantasy world setting. Socratic by Google. For older elementary and middle school students, this app helps with homework by providing step-by-step explanations in subjects like math and science. Students can take a photo of their homework question to get started. Duolingo and Duolingo ABC. Duolingo is a popular AI-powered tool for learning new languages. Duolingo ABC is specifically for young children, offering a fun and interactive way to learn to read. For creativity and exploration, Bing Image Creator, DALL-E, Midjourney. These AI art generators allow children to transform simple text descriptions into colorful images. These tools are great for creative projects and visual storytelling, with adult supervision to ensure appropriate use. Storyteller AI. This tool helps children co-create interactive stories by choosing characters, plots, and themes. It's a great way to develop language skills and imagination. Canva AI. The Magic Studio features in Canva, a design platform, are an excellent way for students to create presentations, posters, and other visual projects with AI assistance. For learning about AI and coding, Scratch with Machine Learning Extension. This combines a popular block coding platform with an extension for teaching AI concepts. Kids can build games that react to voice commands or images. Google's Teachable Machine. This free, web-based tool allows children to train their own AI models to recognize images, sounds, or poses. It's a hands-on way to understand how machine learning works. Cognimates, an open-source platform from MIT, Cognimates allows kids to code and train AI models, creating chatbots or teaching AI to recognize objects. General-purpose and multi-subject tools. ChatGPT, with parental supervision. While a general-purpose tool, it can be a powerful learning assistant for older children, helping with brainstorming, writing, and answering questions. It's important to use child-safe settings and guide children on how to use it for critical thinking, not just for getting answers. Brisk Teaching. This tool is more for educators, but it's worth noting as it allows teachers to create personalized lessons and activities. Important considerations. Parental guidance. Many AI tools, especially generative ones like ChatGPT and image creators, should be used with a parent or guardian's guidance. This ensures the content is appropriate and that children are using the tools to enhance their learning, not replace it. Privacy and safety. When choosing an app, be sure to check its privacy policy and safety features to protect your child's data. Critical thinking. A key concern with AI in education is the potential for over-reliance. It's essential to teach children how to use AI as a tool to amplify their own skills, not as a shortcut to avoid critical thinking. This includes fact-checking information from AI. Impact in medicine is profound. Doctors are now using AI to analyze medical images like X-rays or CT scans. An AI can spot patterns that a human eye might miss, leading to earlier, more accurate diagnoses. The AI isn't replacing the doctor, it's a second set of eyes. But sometimes, the AI makes a diagnosis based on a complex web of data that a human can't fully comprehend. This is the black box problem. This is where explainable AI, or XAI, comes in. Researchers are now developing systems that can not only make a diagnosis but also highlight the specific data points that led to that conclusion. This gives the doctor the confidence they need. Explainable AI, XAI, as mentioned in a previous video, is transforming the medical profession by providing transparency and interpretability to complex AI models. This is crucial in a field where a lack of trust and understanding can hinder the adoption of life-saving technology. Instead of treating AI as a black box that produces a result without explanation, XAI gives doctors and other healthcare professionals the insights they need to validate, trust, and act on AI-driven recommendations. Improving clinical decision support systems. AI-powered clinical decision support systems, CDSS, can provide personalized recommendations for treatment plans or predict patient outcomes. XAI is essential for making these systems a useful and trustworthy tool for doctors. Treatment recommendations, and AI-powered CDSS can suggest a specific chemotherapy treatment for a cancer patient. The XAI component would not just provide the recommendation but also explain why that specific treatment was chosen, referencing factors like the patient's genetic markers, tumor characteristics, and historical data from similar cases. This transparency allows the oncologist to make a more informed decision and personalize care with greater confidence. Predicting patient risk. A model might predict a patient's risk of readmission after a hospital stay. XAI can explain this prediction by highlighting factors like a lack of follow-up appointments, a history of non-adherence to medication, or specific lab results. This allows healthcare providers to intervene proactively and address the root causes of the predicted risk. Fostering trust and adoption. One of the biggest barriers to AI adoption in healthcare is a lack of trust. Doctors, patients, and regulators are hesitant to rely on systems they don't understand. Trust building. By providing clear, human understandable explanations, XAI helps build confidence in AI systems. A doctor is more likely to trust an AI that can justify its reasoning in clinical terms than one that simply produces a numerical score. Regulatory compliance. Healthcare is a highly regulated field. The General Data Protection Regulation (GDPR) and other regulations require that automated decisions affecting individuals be explainable. XAI provides the tools needed to meet these compliance requirements, making it easier for AI to be integrated into clinical workflows. Patient education. XAI can also assist in explaining a diagnosis or a treatment plan to patients. A doctor can use the explanation to help a patient understand why a certain course of action is necessary, fostering better communication and a stronger doctor-patient relationship. Detecting and mitigating bias. AI models are only as good as the data they are trained on, and if that data is biased, the model will be too. This is a critical issue in healthcare, where biased models could lead to discriminatory outcomes. Identifying biased outputs. XAI can help developers and clinicians audit AI models for biases. For example, if a model consistently provides a different prognosis for patients of different demographics, XAI can pinpoint which features, age, race, gender, are disproportionately influencing the prediction. Fairness audits. By making the decision-making process transparent, XAI allows for the systematic checking of an algorithm's fairness. This helps ensure that the AI system is not perpetuating or amplifying existing healthcare disparities. In summary, XAI is not just a technological add-on, it's a fundamental requirement for the responsible and effective use of AI in medicine. It turns a powerful but opaque tool into a trusted partner for healthcare professionals, ultimately leading to better patient outcomes and more equitable care. Now let's look under the hood of the chatbots we've been talking about. Most of these powerful tools run on cloud processing. This means your prompt is sent to a remote server, processed, and the response is sent back. It's fast, but your data leaves your device. This is where a new generation of LLM tools comes in. A company called Proton, known for its privacy-first services, has launched Lumo, an AI assistant designed for people who prioritize privacy. Lumo uses zero-access encryption, so your saved chats can only be decrypted on your device. This privacy-first approach ties directly into a growing trend, local processing. Some AI tools can be run entirely on your own computer. This is the ultimate form of privacy, as your data never leaves your device and you can even work entirely offline. As a comparison, Venus AI is a generative AI platform that emphasizes privacy and uncensored access to open-source AI models. It was created to address concerns about data collection, censorship, and the centralization of AI technology. Here's a breakdown of how Venus AI approaches privacy and security. Venus core privacy and security features are built on a decentralized architecture. This design is intended to minimize data collection and protect user information. Key aspects include, unlike many popular AI platforms that store and analyze user data on their servers, Venus AI does not log or save your prompts in the responses on its own infrastructure. Your conversation history is stored locally in your browser, and it can be deleted at any time. This means your data remains on your device and is not associated with a centralized user identity. Venus AI uses a decentralized network of GPUs, graphics processing units, to process user requests. When you submit a prompt, it's encrypted and sent to a distributed computing resource. The response is then streamed back to your browser, never persisting on a server. Venus privacy policy states that it collects very limited information, such as event data on how users interact with the product, creating new chats. It does not, however, store or see the actual content of your prompts or the responses. All communication over the Venice AI infrastructure is secured with standard SSL encryption. Uncensored models and security concerns. While Venice's privacy-focused approach is a key selling point, its commitment to providing uncensored AI models has also been a source of security concerns. The platform provides access to open-source models with minimal built-in safeguards, which it markets as offering a truly unrestricted AI experience. This has led to reports of the service being used in hacking communities to generate malicious content like phishing emails and ransomware code. Finding a middle ground between completely unrestricted and heavily restricted AI is a complex challenge, but it's one that many governments, organizations, and researchers are actively working on. The goal is to harness the power and innovation of AI while mitigating its significant risks. This middle ground is often referred to as responsible AI or trustworthy AI, and it's built on a framework of ethical principles and practical safeguards. Here's a breakdown of what that middle ground looks like. 1. Risk-based regulation instead of a one-size-fits-all approach. A middle ground would involve regulating AI based on its potential for harm. This is the approach taken by legislative proposals like the EU AI Act. AI systems are categorized into different tiers. High risk AI used in critical areas like medical devices, criminal justice, or essential infrastructure. These systems would be subject to strict requirements, including rigorous testing, human oversight, and data governance. Limited risk AI with specific transparency obligations, such as chatbots that must disclose they are not human. Minimal risk the vast majority of AI systems, which would face few to no new restrictions. Guardrails and content filters with user control. Unrestricted AI models can generate harmful content, including hate speech, misinformation, and instructions for illegal activities. Heavily restricted models, on the other hand, can be overly cautious and refuse to answer legitimate questions or can be biased by the views of their creators. A middle ground approach would include default safeguards, implementing basic safety filters that prevent the generation of overtly illegal or dangerous content. This is a crucial step to protect users and the public from immediate harm. User configurable filters, providing users with the ability to adjust the level of filtering to their preferences. For example, a user could choose a professional mode with stricter filters for work-related tasks, or a creative mode with fewer restrictions for artistic projects. This gives users more autonomy while still providing a safe default. Transparent policy, being transparent about what is and isn't restricted. Users should understand why a certain request might be denied and what the underlying safety policies are. Focus on data and transparency. The data used to train AI is a major source of bias and can lead to unfair or discriminatory outcomes. Ethical data sourcing, establishing clear guidelines for how training data is collected and curated, with a focus on using diverse, representative datasets to minimize bias. Data lineage, maintaining records of the data used to train a model. This makes it possible to audit a system for biases and to understand why it might produce certain outputs. Explainability, developing AI systems that can explain their decisions. This is particularly important for high-risk applications, where understanding the why behind a decision is crucial for accountability and human oversight. Human-in-the-loop frameworks. The most effective approach to managing AI is often to keep humans in the decision-making process. Human oversight, for critical tasks, an AI system would provide a recommendation or analysis, but a human would always make the final decision. This is common in medical diagnostics, for example, where an AI might highlight a potential issue on an X-ray, but a doctor makes the official diagnosis. Feedback loops, building systems that allow for continuous human feedback. Users could flag problematic or biased outputs, which would then be used to refine and improve the model over time. Openness and collaboration. The debate over open source vs closed source AI is a central part of this discussion. A middle ground involves promoting open research, encouraging the open sharing of research and best practices for AI safety and ethics. Securely sharing models, developing frameworks for sharing powerful AI models with trusted researchers and organizations while preventing their misuse by bad actors. For example, some models might be available with model weights, the parameters that define the learned capabilities, that are controlled and only accessible to verified entities. Ultimately, the middle ground is not about choosing a single solution but about building a multifaceted governance system that balances innovation with safety. It's a continuous process of technical development, ethical reflection, and public policy aimed at ensuring that AI is a tool for good, not a source of unchecked risk. What do you think about the unrestricted and restricted AI model discussion? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Whether you are using a public model like ChatGPT, a local one, or a privacy-first app like Lumo, the basic interface is similar. But how you use it can make all the difference, especially with privacy. Privacy reminder: never input confidential or sensitive information into public models. The secret to getting great results is prompt engineering. Here are a few basic rules that will help your AI responses be accurate and relevant to a specific topic. Rule number 1. Be specific. Write a 200-word blog post about the 3 most important things to do when training a new puppy, in a friendly and encouraging tone. Rule number 2. Give it context. Act as a professional copywriter. Rule number 3. Use constraints. Tell it what you want and, just as importantly, what you don't want. Rule number 4. Checking for accuracy. Remember that LLMs can sometimes hallucinate. To check, you can simply add a line to your prompt, provide sources for your information. You can also ask it to think step by step to check for logical flaws. Rule number 5. Multi-part requests. You can chain complex instructions within the same conversation. For example, first, summarize this article. Then, write a social media post about it. Finally, create 3 hashtags to go with the post. Rule number 6. Ask AI to ask the questions. You ask AI to ask questions to help refine the prompt's response. Ask me any questions you need to get the information you need to obtain an accurate answer. Now for a glimpse at the creative side. For aspiring filmmakers, AI is leveling the playing field. You can create a short film using a combination of AI tools we've explored in this video with many more we haven't covered. Text to image for stunning backgrounds, an AI voice generator for narration, and AI generated music for the score. It's an entire production studio in your computer. Safety or best practices reminder: always be aware of copyright and usage rights, especially with AI-generated content. Look for tools that offer commercial licenses and use them responsibly to avoid any issues. What AI application do you find most exciting or most concerning? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video interesting, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to help us build the channel for more insights into the world of AI. Thanks to you all for watching.